live and cry to appreciate life and what you give for. Let me tell you right now, your exquisite kiss still burning. Didn't know I missed this passionate life. Now I'm addicted somehow. Let me tell you what is up with your smile? It's impossible, non-guilty, irresistible. When I look through your eyes, not even sky's the limit. I used to be satisfied, stayed over the surface. Now I just can't get enough. You make me feel good like no other. I just want everyone to see what I've discovered. And when I'm with you, I go higher. You lift me up, now I can see so much farther. You're the horizon. You're the I'm a butterfly who has only begun, taking me a while to get it. Had to live and cry to appreciate life and what you give for.
Hello. And currently it looks like there's nobody here. Sad to see. But anyhow, welcome to anybody that does turn up. Welcome to anybody watching this after the live. This is another important case that needs to be out, needs to be heard. Angie Fuller, such a beautiful, beautiful young lady, 30-year-old mother of two, who's been missing since January last year. Sadly, I did look at this case prior to my illness and checked in on it the other day. This case, another case that gets to me. Strange twists and turns in this case too. I was hoping there'd be a few people here that would be interested, especially from Australia. This is an Australian case. So I might just sit here for just a minute and see if we can get some more people here. That would be great. Excuse me, if this is your first time here, my name is Lisa and this is Crimes Under Investigation. I'd like to welcome you all. Hello, Danielle. How are you, love? Yes, you did make it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Glad to see you here. Just thought I'd hang about for a minute. Nobody else seems to be here. Not that it worries me. This case needs to be out there. It's another sad case, sadly. But I launched it out as far as I could. So thank you, beautiful lady, for being here. I appreciate it very much. I want to get this case out for Angie. Like I said, such a beautiful young lady, 30-year-old mother of two, who went missing in January of last year, was reported missing 2 days after she was last sighted. Bit strange case, is a bit of a twist in this. Things that just don't make sense, actually. So, how have you been anyway? Might just stall just for a second longer, if you don't mind. I don't know if you can hear that window, but I can hear it through my earphones, the wind that's here. I don't know if you can actually hear that though. Anyway, I'm going to get into this case. This lovely lady here is Angie Fuller. Angie Fuller is a 30-year-old lady, a mother of two, who was driving from Darwin, here in Australia, to Alice Springs. And she was travelling with a friend, actually, who, from what I can gather, the friend was in her own car, or she travelled with Angie up to a certain point. But they parted company. Angie went on to meet up with a boyfriend, and they were seen on CCTV footage at Macca's, I think it was, and that was on January the 9th and was not sighted since. Her car was found on the side of the highway, and I will show you on Google Earth what this area looks like. This is outback of Australia, very barren, desert-like, very hot place. The claims that the boyfriend had are just weird, but let me help you with the Google. I do, just bear with me, sorry. I think I'll do it this way, it'd be easier. Just bear with me, sorry. Share screen, and we'll go to Google Earth. Okay, so this here is Darwin, Australia. It is right up the tip end of Australia, right here. If you can see my mouse, yes you can. This is Darwin, and it's right up the top of Australia. As you can see. And Angie was travelling from, might actually change the look at this. Sorry guys, so you can see it. Better, there you go. So Angie was driving from here, Darwin, and she was travelling to Alice Springs. Oh, this is going to go the other way. Which is, as you can see, all the way here. So she was left from here to drive to here. But this is where she stopped off, where she met up with the boyfriend. In Tanami. This is where he lived. However, which you can see, you can't even put the person on the ground here. As you can see, this is quite a barren place. There is very little here. As you can see, this is the whole extent of it, this area, which you'll probably find is a mining or oil company more than anything. This is a airport, which would be not big planes. It'd be the average small plane airport by the looks of it. But it's quite a barren place out in the, like I said, middle of nowhere. and this is where the boyfriend was. So we go back out and look at the area. As you can see, desert here, Gibson Desert. And there's Alice Springs where she was heading to. But we'll find a highway for you, which is right here. This is where her car was found. 15 kilometres from this highway, from the Stuart Highway, down Tanami Road, along here, 15 k's in. So they found the car on the side of the road, abandoned, just left in the middle of the road. So I'll read from here for you. I'll stop sharing that one. And I will share this one. Sorry. Bear with me. So we can get into the bit of the case. This, of course, was 6 months after, as you can see. It's been 6 months since Angie Fuller disappeared near Alice Springs. Here's what we know about the case. It's been just over six months since Angie Fuller went missing from a stretch of highway in the Northern Territory desert. The Major Crime Squad is still on the case and exploring several avenues of inquiry, with police considering offering a reward for information that can help them solve the case. Here's what we know. Miss Fuller is a 30-year-old woman and a mother of two. Her father, Tony, told the ABC early this year that she had recently moved to Alice Springs and had started a new job with a drug and alcohol rehabilitation service. Drug and Alcohol Services Australia, DASA, in Alice Springs confirmed Miss Fuller was an employee there. She was driving from Darwin back to Alice Springs when she went missing, which is where I showed you on the map. She was last seen wearing a black Nike singlet and a cream-coloured skirt. So exactly what is on the side there is exactly what she was wearing. Oh no, that's a bullshit. So maybe the top was different. What do we know about her disappearance? Initially, police treated Angie Fuller's disappearance as a non-suspicious and were hopeful they would find her during their 14-day search of 380 square kilometres of bushland north of Alice Springs. But then a criminal investigation began running parallel to the search before the search was called off and a homicide investigation took place. And once again, this is the area. Not that it really shows much on this. That's why I wanted to pull up the Google Earth and show you what the area was like, which we will go back to. So here's the timeline of what happened. January the 9th, the last confirmed sighting of Miss Fuller at a truck stop north of Alice Springs at 6:40 p.m. January the 11th, Miss Fuller is reported missing to police and a search operation begins around Tanami Road. January the 13th, police make their first public plea for information. January the 24th, the search operation is suspended and police declare they are treating Miss Fuller's disappearance as a homicide. February the 17th, police say they have seized a number of items in relation to the investigation. May 26th, police released images of two vehicles believed to have been travelling in the area where Miss Fuller went missing. And this is a picture of the area where they were searching, of course. And this is one of the vehicles that was travelling within the area where she went missing. Some things remain unclear, including the exact nature of Miss Fuller's disappearance. There have been unconfirmed reports she was last seen running into bushland and others of a vehicle incident on the night of January the 9th. Detective Senior Sergeant Ashley Dodson said police had obtained a number of versions of the events of that night and were continuing to investigate. Police are still appealing for anyone with information regarding Miss Fuller's disappearance to come forward. They're also still seeking information on the movements of two cars believed to have been travelling in the Alice Springs area between January the 9th and January the 12th. As I said, this is one of the vehicles. And this is the other vehicle. Police are interested in the movements of a 1980 camouflage DASA Rocky with the rear canopy removed and no registration plates. And this one is a 1998 silver Nissan Pulsar sedan with NT plates, Northern Territory plates, is also of interest to police. Senior Sergeant Dodson said the prospect of a reward for information is being considered by Northern Territory. Anyone with information, of course, is urged to contact police on 131 444 or CrimeStoppers on 1800 333 000 and quote reference number 102 281 43. And I beg anybody that has any information on this, please come forward. Please say something. As I said, a mother of two children, she deserves to be found. Her children need to have answers. So moving on from this, the just gets stranger, as I said. Sadly, Angie, the boyfriend turns up 2 days later, who's on TikTok, but he makes a video to the police and claims that they were run off the road, they were being shot at, and they both got out the car and ran. That there were two vehicles that ran them off the road, and he was trying to keep up with Angie, and that he lost sight of her. He does say a few other things, but I'll let you hear that for yourself, what he says, because he recorded it all while he was telling the police. But he says that he heard her scream, he tried to get to her, couldn't see her, makes his way back, of course, and then goes to the police. He doesn't know what happened to her. You'll probably have the same problem I did when you see the videos that he did. It is a little odd, to say the least. But let me find it. And I will share this with you. Sorry, bear with me again. I do apologise. Okay. Now, I hope you can hear this.
My car was randomly searched without my permission, without me standing there, and I found something.
Sorry.
And my car was randomly searched without my permission, without me standing there, and I found something. I said, "What's this? This is not mine." I know. I searched my car, and
Just for your information,
I know, no, but
I'll
I'm
just explain to you. The only reason I'll search your car is we've got a missing person.
Yes.
You're in the area that we're conducting a search. I'm just trying to figure out why you're here.
I'm here because I'm enjoying this. I have every right to be part of the search.
Yeah,
I have every right. And why am I here? Well, you know why I'm here. That's correct. Look for
and I'm looking for a missing person, and I'm just trying to figure out.
Missing person's my girlfriend.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I'm just trying to ascertain.
Yeah.
Any
But
evidence in this car relating to that?
Let's go over that. I'll play that one more time for you.
My car was randomly searched without my permission, without me standing there, and I found something. I said, "What's this? This is not mine." I know. I searched my car, and
just for your information.
I know. No, but
I'll just explain to you. The only reason I'll search your car is we've got a missing person.
Yes.
You're in the area that we're conducting a search. I'm just trying to figure out why you're here.
I'm here because I'm enjoying this. I have every right to be part of the search.
Yeah.
I have every right. And why am I here? Well, you know why I'm here. That's correct.
And I'm looking for a missing person, and I'm just trying to figure out.
That missing person's my girlfriend.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I'm just trying to ascertain.
Yeah.
Any evidence in this car relating to that?
Okay, that's one of. He's done another one. Shared that one. Oh, stop. Shared this other one with you. This one where he gives details of what happened.
My permission, without me standing there, and I found something. I said, "What's this? This is not mine." I know. I searched my car, and
just for your information.
I know. No, but
I'll just explain to you. The only reason I'll search your car is we've got a missing person.
Yes.
You're in the area that we're conducting a search. I'm just trying to figure out why you're here.
I'm here because I'm enjoying this. I have every right to be part of the search.
Yeah.
I have every right. And why am I here? Well, you know why I'm here. That's correct.
Sorry, let me find the original one for you. It's the one I want where he starts explaining. It's the same one. I do apologise. I should have had this ready. I thought I did. His initial first one. No, it's the same one. This is it.
And I had my zip ties in the back as well, and they weren't underneath my, near the tire or anything. They were on top. I think. I know what goes on in my car, and they were placed underneath. I was thinking, well, that's not right. I don't know if I was just getting tested by this cop or what, but I'm going back full sovereign. I don't give a fuck. And I had my zip ties in the back as well, and they weren't underneath my, near the tire or anything. They were on top. I think. I know what goes on in my car, and they were placed underneath. I was thinking, well, that's not right. I don't know if I was just getting tested by this cop or what, but I'm going back full sovereign. I don't give a fuck. And
there is another one that he does, as I said, which I think might be this one.
It's not mine.
Well, it was in the back of your car.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's mine. It wasn't there before. Like, hold up. I want to get on with this, sir. I just want to go and see.
Well, it's yours. You can do with it what you like.
Yeah, no, it's just I just want to, I'm with Sergeant Potts.
Senior Sergeant.
Senior Sergeant. Sorry about that, sir. And I just asked for respect that he didn't search my car, in which, like, while I was when I got fuel for my mother, I was with was it Constable Samuel Cramp?
Yeah,
Hardy?
Graham Hardy.
Yeah, and I asked to respect my rights, and as I was walking off, I see him put his gloves on and like pretty much open my car, and I'm just covering my rights.
The only reason I did that,
but
you're in an area that I'm conducting.
Conducting a search, but I still know my rights.
Yeah.
I still know my rights, and you opened my car, and I found this in it, and I'd never seen that before. It's not mine, and I'm just putting it out there just in case for legal purposes. Thank you. It's not mine.
Well, it was in the back of your car.
Yeah, I mean, it's mine. It wasn't there before. Like, hold up. I want to get on with this, sir. I just want to go and see.
Well, it's yours. You can do with it what you like.
Yeah, no, it's just I just want to, I'm with, what's it, Sergeant Potts?
Senior Sergeant.
Sorry about that, sir. And, I just actually respected that, he didn't search my car, in which, like, while I was went and got fuel for my mother, I was with, was it Constable Samuel Cramp?
Yeah,
Hardy?
Graham Hardy.
Yeah, and, I asked to respect my rights, and as I was walking off, I see him put his gloves on and like pretty much open my car, and I'm just covering my rights.
The only reason I did that,
but
you're in an area that I'm conducting.
Conducting a search, but I still know my rights.
Yeah.
I still know my rights, and you opened my car, and I found this in it, and I'd never seen that before. It's not mine, and I'm just putting it out there just in case for legal purposes. Thank you. It's not mine.
This all sounds very strange. Like I said, this guy is... There is one where he goes on about over-explaining what took place, about being shot at by these people and running, but these are all with the police. It's when he's standing there. But we'll go back to reading this bit for you. And I will share this one with you. It is important this gets out. As I said, for Angie's sake and her parents and her children's sake. Bizarre moments, boyfriend of woman 30 missing in the outback explodes at police for searching his car. Got nothing to hide. We wouldn't worry you do anything to find your loved one, in my opinion. Boyfriend of missing Northern Territory woman Angie Fuller shares video of police search. He appears agitated. Police went through his car when he joined search efforts. Miss Fuller, 30, has been missing since Monday, with the public asked to help. The boyfriend of a woman missing in Australia outback has filmed himself in a confrontation with police who searched his car as he tried to help look for her. Angie Fuller, 30, from Alice Springs, was last seen on Tanami Road, 15 kilometres west of the intersection at Stuart HWY in the Northern Territory on Monday. She was wearing a black Nike singlet and a cream skirt, and police say her family hold concerns for her welfare. Her boyfriend, a neck-tattooed man who describes himself as a sovereign citizen, filmed his clash with a police officer who'd asked to search his car in the days after her disappearance. I just want to make a point. I don't understand the emphasis on a neck tattoo. I just want to say that. My car was randomly searched without my permission, without my standing there, he says in the video. The only reason I searched your car is we've got a missing person and you're in the area that we're conducting the search, the officer responds. I'm just trying to figure out why you're here. The man then tells the officer, I have every right to be part of the search. Why am I here? You know why I'm here. The missing person is my girlfriend. The policeman then calmly tells the man he is investigating whether the car is related to Miss Fuller's disappearance. Northern Territory Police have described Miss Fuller as being of Asian appearance, around 165 centimetres tall, with long black hair that has purple streaks throughout. Any information on Miss Fuller's whereabouts is urged to contact police on 131 444 or via CrimeStoppers on 1800 333 000. Once again. Oh, hello, Wisdom. Sorry, love. I was stuck in this. Didn't see you come in. Well, as I said, this guy's a bit bizarre, huh? He, this lady, Angie, was driving from Darwin in the outback here to Alice Springs, which is right up the top end of Australia. And she was driving with a girlfriend. I'm not quite sure. I've got to look into it some more, whether the girlfriend was actually in the car with her or driving in her own separate car. However, they parted company. In saying that, the Angie continues on and meets up with this guy that you just saw, her boyfriend, and he claims Angie was last seen on CCTV footage on January the 9th at 6:40 p.m. at a truck stop on the 9th of January. She was reported missing on January the 11th. Now, according to that guy, they were driving and a car ran them off the road. They jumped out because these people started shooting at them and were running through where it is very desert-like, very hot, dry, very barren place. It's in the middle of nowhere. It is right out back here in Australia. He claims he was running with her and that he lost sight of her or couldn't keep up with her. He heard her scream. He ran towards the scream. He whistled at her and then ran towards the scream up the top of the hill, which I find very hard to believe in my opinion. He was standing on top of the hill and could see them but could not see Angie. And he doesn't know what happened from there. He ran for his life. But if I could only find the video I was watching the other day, and I will find it, where he goes on about like he's in a gang. Like they tried to get him, but he was too quick on it. It is the most bizarrest thing, in my opinion. Anyway, I'm going to keep saying that, in my opinion. But it really is the most bizarrest thing. He comes across, doesn't make sense to me either, love. Like, if you look at the area, as I said, I'll bring it back up for you and show you the area. Let me share this with you. Do it this way so you can see it better. Okay. As you can see, wherever Angie's car was found 15 kilometres down this road here. This is the main highway here. Stuart Highway is here, which is the main highway between Darwin and Alice Springs where she was travelling. And down this road here is the Tanami Road. Now, her car was found 15 kilometres down this road. Just parked on the side of the road. He claims they were run off the side of the road and the car got bogged. However, every picture I've seen of it, the car just looks like it's been parked up on the side of the road, strangely enough. Now, he lived in Tanami, which is down this road, of course, but it's a fair hike down. Let me show you. And as you can see, this is all desert, and I don't know if I can get the little man down. I might be able to on the highway. You just can't do it down Tanami Road. Let me try that again. We'll come back here first. Sorry. When things want to work with me. Let's see if we can get on the highway here. Oh, we can on the highway here. As you can see, this is a very barren place. There are no houses around this area. This is very desert-like area, very hot, and drops to very cold overnight, depending on what type of the year it is. But it is, like I said, very hot, very dry, very desert area. There is absolutely nowhere where she could get shelter or water unless, of course, she found a creek, a dam, or somewhere. But down this road, which, as you can see, it won't let me go down there, actually. We can go, oh, hang on, tell a lie. You can see the red dust here on the sides of the road. And this area is just full of red dust. And it gets down your throat in everything. You wouldn't stay out there for long without water and all the rest of it. But according to him, they were run off the road and got bogged. They jumped out the car. These people were shooting at them. And somehow he gets away but doesn't know what happened to her. As I explained, was standing up on a hill and all the rest of it. Doesn't look very travelled. No, this road, I doubt, is very travelled. If you look at Tanami itself, if I can, now I've got to get back out of here. I've got to remember how to do it now. Bear with me so I can. Oh, there you go. I got out of there. So, this, like I said, Tanami Road. And as you can see from this view, nothing. Absolutely nothing. There are no houses. Oh, sorry, I'm not trying to make you seasick either. Absolutely nothing, even if you travel down this road 15 k's. They roughly about here somewhere. Nothing. Once again, not trying to make you seasick. I do apologise. And if you go to where he lives, strangely enough, which is right over here, which I did think, you know what, if her car's there 15 k's in and he lives at Tanami, maybe he could have walked it. However, I soon found out no. Because there's Tanami all the way over here. So the Stuart HWY is here on the corner, and Tanami is all the way over here. And there is absolutely nothing here. This, to me, looks like just a mining place. where they either mine opals or mine oil or whatever. I actually don't think it's oil. I think it could be anything because Northern Territory is a big mining place. But by the looks of it, that's what that looks like. That whole area there. And yet they say Tanami is here. And if you have a look, if we zoom in, because I can't go down on this, we can't stand on this dirt road. As you can see, nothing. There is nothing here at all. There's this, which I have no idea if that's a petrol station or a way station for trucks. There is an airport, and the reason there would be an airport is because for the mining company, for their workers. If I go back over here, this here looks like all the mining company area. Not, it's not Tanami the town, is what I'm trying to say. And if you bring up, Tanami is located in Northern Territory of Australia, located about 845 kilometres south of the Northern Territory capital of Darwin. So that's what she travelled, 844 kilometres of Darwin on the border with the state of Western Australia. And there's just nothing here. And by the looks of him, if you saw that last TikTok I was showing, at the back of him, there's like a shed-like thing. But he lives here somewhere, well, was living here. Strangely enough, from what I know now, he's not. But I just can't seem to find a township here at all. Because that, like I said, looks like a mining company to me. But as you can see, the area is absolutely barren. I couldn't imagine a woman. I was going over this with my daughter. I could not imagine a woman, if you're in the car and you're being chased down, and I have been in my car before, being chased by people in another car. Sorry, I'm trying to do this and talk to you at the same time. But nonetheless, I couldn't imagine a woman being chased by a car or they're trying to run you off the road. That if you're on a highway like that, and there would be mainly trucks on that highway, by the way, or road trains as we call them, I couldn't imagine a woman jumping out the safety of her car where she's less likely to be hit and jumping out and running when there's two lots of cars there. One being a four-wheel drive where they wouldn't even have to get out their car. They could just drive up where she's running and just run her down. As for him saying that she pushed him off the road, they were pushed off the road, ran off the road, I should say, and the car got bogged. I cannot find anywhere where I could imagine the car getting bogged, to be quite honest. That red dirt on the side there of that road that you saw, you would have to go a long way in for that to for your car to get bogged. And like I said, every picture that I've seen of her car is just been sitting on the side of the road. something just doesn't add up, in my opinion. I mean, I know what doesn't add up, but sadly, I know what doesn't add up. And it's him. But who in their right mind would do a video about it? And if you give me 2 seconds, bear with me. I'm sorry. I just want to see if I can find this video. His TikTok of him, the original one, because it is rather mind-blowing. I do apologise. I thought I did have it when I started, and it was the wrong one that I had. I do apologise. I don't know. Was she possibly running from? Well, that's what I wonder. See, she, as I said, she was driving down from Darwin to Alice Springs. She had, according to her dad, which I'll read to you shortly, she got her life back on track. She was doing really well. She was working a new job with Drugs and Alcohol Services Australia, which they confirmed she was working there, which she had to have her life back on track to actually work there. So by the sounds of it, she was on the straight and narrow and was doing really well for herself. And one would wonder, I wonder if she met up with him to say goodbye to him and didn't like that. I in my opinion, that's what I think may have happened. But that's my opinion. Sorry, this whole TikTok thing that he did just really blew my mind. I do apologise. I should have made sure that was the one I had. I feel so bad now. But see, now that they're investigating this as a homicide, sadly. And as I was explaining when I started, I looked at this case back when this happened, actually, in the first couple of weeks when it happened. And unfortunately, at that point, I'd gotten sick with everything. So, and I thought about it the other day and checked in on it. Sad to see they still haven't found her or any evidence of her being there. So, I mean, you look at that vast area where her car was found, or where he supposedly says they were run off the area. But even outside of that, if you look where I said he lives, she could be anywhere. anywhere, and that's what scares me, sadly. And I just got sidetracked talking then. So, sorry, love. But my reason for getting this one out is there's not much about it unless you live up at the Northern Territory. I know, as I said, this guy no longer lives there now. Oh, I wonder if this is it. Sorry. That's one of them. I'd like to just get them all in the line. It is a vast area of wisdom. That's very vast area. And there's the scary bit. I mean, as I said, this lady has two children that deserve answers. She deserves to be found and brought home for her children's sake. I don't know how old her children are, but at some point, like all of us, they'd want to know what happened to their mum, where their mum is. I couldn't often think about this. It's one thing for a parent to go and a child think, I mean, for a child to go and a parent wonder where they are. But I think it's a whole different thing when it's the parent that goes missing. Hey, Zelda, how are you, love? I couldn't imagine growing up wondering whether my mum just took off and left me, and then sit there and go, especially if you're young, and sit there and go, what did I do so bad that my mum just off and left me? Or whether, something happened to her. That would always be in your mind. I just couldn't imagine that for a child, any child. Okay, I think I found his one, so I'll share this with you. And you'll see my issue. If this is the right one, you'll see the same issue I have with him. Okay, and I will take myself off of the screen if I can remember how. God, I'm doing so well. Let me mute.
A couple nights ago, me and my girlfriend got ran off the road, and then we got shot at by a gang, and it just multiplied. More carlos were just rocking up, hectically. I mean, we had a 10-minute brief to try to get the car out of, being bogged, but whatever. Anyways, they rocked up and just started shooting. I mean, more cars were just coming. Like, what the? It was just running through the bush, and then I tried my best. She just told me, but I was still stuck. I still try to keep an eye on her. So I let her pass and whatnot. Watch over and then pass and watch. From behind. I didn't even realise. I thought she was behind me at one stage, and she passed me. So I lost. I thought I lost her, and I heard her scream. I ran towards the scream. I was like, "Gun, I'm coming for you." I was running as fast as I could, and then but whilst trying to still stay incognito, in which I did. I had these all around me, and I was just too light on my feet, straight. Alice Springs initiated me, and I mean, I take that with pride, It's how we grew up, it's just in our blood. Not to say that we're bad people, because I'm not a bad person. I get looked at like a badass, but it just comes with the territory, I suppose, and that's my point of it. But being in a situation like this, I don't know nobody who has. It's got me just, yeah. I'm ready to go back and represent my sovereign rights, because I feel like something is not right, like within what's happening. You know, like the last thing I heard my missus say, like when she screamed that second time, I was still running. I started running again faster, and I whistled out, and then they stopped. And when I got to that spot, I sussed it out. They were gone. You know, so here we go. Slowly maneuvered my way through, and then I heard it one more time, and she said, "Get the f away from me!" Screamed it out, and by that time I was like near the closest, smallest hill going up. I just scummed up that hill, and I had a perfect view of my surroundings, but just, I don't know, still couldn't spot her. You know, and I could spot these blokes like all sneaking around, but yeah, like. Anyways, that's just a quick brief. Yeah, I got back and like, I mean, you try being in a situation like that, and then like, I don't know, it's too close for home, you know. It's on the Tanami. It's my home, and yeah, I'm just recording this for my own legal purposes, as that's who I am, you know. Jake Peters, you know, I'm a sovereign man. You know, I don't come under the Commonwealth, and I stated that, and he knew that, you know. Anyways, I'm about to go back, and I'm gonna give him hell. Like, if they try to give me any, because they're not even acting upon this as they should. You know, I don't even think they give. You know, what am I? Just another half-cast, quarter-cast at that. See how we go.
And I was muted. See what I mean? That is beyond weird. I believe him when he says she screamed, because he says it quite fluently and clearly. When he's describing everything else as, and he tapers off. You can't quite understand bits of it. But this whole thing of I was too light on my feet and they tried to initiate me, and he smiles about it. If you lost your loved one or your girlfriend still hadn't been found, I'm pretty sure you would not be sitting there going, smiling about that, or feeling like you had just been initiated. I know, Zelda, I worked that out, though. Thank God. I'm doing so well. I'm trying to get my way around this again, and I keep missing and doing so well. But that whole initiation thing concerns me. I don't know his past history. I do know, as for being on something, apparently, in my opinion, I agree with you. And I'm pretty sure there are priors about that. And that is what makes me think maybe she called in there to say goodbye to him, that she was done, or that she was ending it. Because as I said, she'd got her life together and she was working for the Drug and Alcohol Services Australia. So, but I'd like to know who he's talking about in the end of that, when he says about whoever he said at the end. Did he know these people? Did he owe them money for something? I'm starting to wonder. I'm starting to wonder if that's what's really going on. He owed them money. Like I said, she's such a beautiful lady, and it's a shame she got her life together and everything else. I will never understand how you're making a video about all this, but you're finding it hard to talk to police. There's just bits of what he says that come across as legitimate. Like I said, her screaming and that. There is something really odd about him. There's something really off-putting. And it, like I said, if you listen to him talk through that, and we'll go over it again, when you're listening him talk through that, the bits where he says about her screaming and that, I believe happened because when people talk the truth, they don't have to think about what they're saying, and it becomes very fluent. Whereas the rest of it isn't fluent. He's tapering off and slurring words, and so you can't quite hear what he's saying. So, but I believe there's some truth in what he's saying there. And yeah, probably if he come after me, I'd scream too. I just pray they find her. I mean, like I said, such a huge area. I pray God they find her for her children's sake. I'm just trying to find this other one for you to read for you. Bear with me again. Yeah, that's funny you should say that, because that's what my daughter and I said, Zelda. It sounds very scripted. That's what I thought too. Even the way he starts that sounds very scripted. But like I said, when people talk truth, they don't have to think about it, so it's very fluent. When it's not truthful that they have a problem with, and they start stumbling on their words, of course, in my opinion. Let me share this one with you. We'll go over this one. Okay, I lost my stuff there for a minute. Sorry. Doing so well. I keep losing myself. I've got to move it back on the other screen, I think. Otherwise, I keep losing you guys. Okay, that is the right one that's up there, yes. Theory missing woman is still alive after vanishing in the outback, as a video of her sovereign citizen boyfriend arguing with the police surfaces. Angie Fuller, 30, was last seen running into the bush in the Northern Territory on Monday night, according to him. Police believe Miss Fuller is still alive, as there are water sources in the area. Actually, let me see when this was, because now they're investigating it as this was January the 18th. That's funny, because they're actually investigating this as a homicide now. I find that strange, saying that they believe she's alive. Her Her boyfriend shared a bizarre clip of him clashing with a police officer. The officer had asked to search his car as police scoured the area for Miss Fuller, a woman who disappeared in Australia outback a week ago. Oh no, see, this can't be 2024 like they say, it's got to be 2023. That would explain it. Because as I said, they are now treating this as a homicide. Angie Fuller, 30, from Alice Springs, was last seen at Tanami Road, 15 kilometres west of the Stuart HWY intersection in the Northern Territory on Monday night. Please forgive my voice, people. I've got not tonsillitis, laryngitis. She had been with her boyfriend at the time and was last seen running into the bushland. Now, that's only according to him. Her last official sighting, as I said, was January the 19th on CCTV footage. Despite extensive search across the outback, including the use of a helicopter and drones, no trace of Miss Fuller has been found. Northern Territory Police Acting Superintendent Rob Eagles said detectives have not lost hope. Such a beautiful, gorgeous looking lady. Not that that makes any difference. Nobody deserves to go missing, regardless of how old they are, what they look like, what they do in their life. Nobody deserves, and I'm going to make this clear. Doesn't matter what wrongs I've done or what they look like, what age they are, anything like that. Nobody deserves to have their life taken from somebody else. And nobody ever deserves to go missing and never to return, regardless of what their past is or what they're into. And I do hear this time after time when, especially if it's people that have addiction problems or they work on things, babes. Appreciate it. Yeah, anybody that has addiction problems or work in the sex industry, and all that, it's looked down less like they deserved it to happen, and it drives me insane. Nobody ever deserves to have their life taken, regardless of who they are or what they do, whether they have an addiction problem or they don't, whether they're homeless or they're not. Nobody has the right to take somebody else's life, regardless of what they look like, all that, what age they are, everything. And that has to stop. And I'll digress now and get back onto this, so I do apologise. We believe Miss Fuller is alive. There are certainly water sources in the area that she can access, he told reporters. Our experts to date tell us it is survivable at this time. Police have so far searched an area stretching 240 square kilometres, which ended up to be 400 and something, nearly 500 square kilometres before they stopped searching. Miss Fuller's boyfriend is assisting police with inquiries. Does he sound like he was assisting police to you? Doesn't to me. Police with inquiries. Superintendent Eagles said, confirming he was the last to see her. Do I believe what he's saying? In my opinion, no. We believe she and her boyfriend had run off into the bush where she was last seen, and we are hoping she has gone to ground in there and is accessing water and giving us an opportunity that we will find her, he said. I believe if she was in there, they would have found her within the first couple of hours. she would have come running out of there. This once again is her here. Police hoping Miss Fuller is alive comes after a video filmed by her boyfriend in the days after the disappearance surfaced, which was the one we just watched. In the clip, the neck-tattooed man who describes himself as a sovereign citizen is heard clashing with a police officer who had asked to search his car. No, that was the one before, sorry. My car was randomly searched without my permission, without me standing there, the man says in the video. Well, if you had nothing to hide, it wouldn't worry you. The only reason I searched your car is we've got a missing person and you're in the area that we're conducting the search, the officer responded. And once again, this skirt was what she was wearing that day, with a Nike top, singlet top. This is a look at the area from the chopper, of course. Very barren, middle of nowhere. I'm just trying to figure out why you're here, the man tells the officer. Hi, babes forever. How are you, sweetheart? I have every right to be part of the search. Why am I here? You know why I'm here. The missing person is my girlfriend. The police officer then calmly tells the man he is investigating whether the car is related to Miss Fuller's disappearance. The police officer then keep repeating yourself, Lisa. Northern Territory Police have described Miss Fuller as being of Asian appearance, around 165 centimetres tall, with long black hair that has purple streaks throughout. Anyone who was travelling along the Tanami Road between 10 p.m. on January the 9th and 9 a.m. the following day are urged to contact police. Those with information on Miss Fuller's whereabouts is urged to contact police on 131 444 or via CrimeStoppers on 1800 333 000. And I beg anybody, and I believe people know or somebody knows what happened to Angie or what took place. I'm asking you to please look within your souls. If you have children yourself, or think how you would feel if your parent went missing, I am begging you, please look within yourself and contact the police and let them know what you know. Even if you think it's won't amount to anything. Anybody that was travelling that highway, the two cars they're looking for that may have been in the area, please help bring Angie home to her children, to her parents. Like I said, imagine if your parents went missing or your mother went missing. Think about what them kids are going to go through. Why wasn't I good enough that my mum couldn't stay for me? They don't know what happened to her. And they'll go through life blaming themselves. So please look within your heart. Anybody that was out in that area. 1, get this story out. 2, if you know something, say something. Because if you don't, it will eat you. Sounds like he's there to mess with the investigation, make sure they can find him. Well, that's funny you should say that, Wisdom. That's how I took that too. He just wants to know what they know, because you look at him when he's interacting with them, he's actually arguing with them. That's right, Dada. That's what I think too. I 100% believe that. I'm finding it hard to believe, as I was saying before. And I have been in this situation, as I said. I was chased in a car. I had my kids in the car, and a couple of fellas tried to run. Get off of there now. A couple of fellas had tried to run myself and my children off the road. And I ended up driving up on the footpath. They come around the front of me and jumped out their car. I just accelerated. I was going to drive straight over the top of them. They jumped out the way. So, thinking about that, you're on a highway out in the middle of nowhere. And as I said, this highway is not a highway that's travelled by a lot of cars. It's mostly travelled by trucks. And, hey, Jody, how are you, beautiful lady? Lovely to see you. This highway is travelled by trucks or road trains, as some of them are here, because they're quite long. However, other from that, it's pretty barren. So, especially where they were. So, if you were getting chased by a car, and I'm putting myself in that situation, if you were getting chased by a car or two, on that highway, if one of them cut you off, because the way he describes it, they were run off the road. I can't find anywhere where you would get bogged there. As I showed you with the Google Earth, even that red dust, you would have to drive a fair way off of the road to actually bog your car. Two, every photo I've seen of the car is sitting just on the side of the road. But if you were being shot at, you as not even as a woman, but your only protection is that car. I couldn't imagine jumping out of that car and leaving the sole protection that you have to run into somewhere where it's barren, especially when they've got cars and there's more of them than there is you, and you have absolutely no protection. Now you're just running target, where at least you had the protection of the car, if that makes sense. It's cold there, Jody. We've had some nice warm days here because we're in summer. Not hot enough, but some nice warm days. You got snow there, Jody? By any chance? Yeah, the boyfriend story doesn't add up. That whole video that he did, not the one with the police, but the last one we looked at, which we'll bring up again. If you listen to it and work out what he's saying, how light he was, they didn't get him because he was light on his feet. It's just something you wouldn't say when your girlfriend hadn't returned. And they, something to the effect of initiating him or whatever it was. It's like, were you initiated into something and you had to do this to be initiated into that? Or were you initiating somebody else into something and they had to do it? The screams, I believe, took place because of how fluent he says it. Oh, not a lot of snow, just cold. Yeah, I don't like the cold. I dislike cold. Love the heat, dislike the cold. And yet, I shouldn't say that because we don't have snow here. I go up to the mountain to go to the snow. And I love going up there. So I couldn't really comment on what it's like to actually live where it snows all the time. I'd probably like it for the first few days and then, yeah, it'd drive me nuts because I don't like the cold. But I love the snow. Yeah, so let's go back over this video again of his. Let's look at this again if it's the right one I've got. Yep, it's the right one I've got.
A couple nights ago,
Let
me and my girlfriend got ran
for
up
a
the road.
sec so I can find you guys again and don't lose you. Oh. And then I can pause myself and we'll just listen to it. Okay.
Road, and then we got shot at by a gang, and it just multiplied. More carlos were just rocking up, like, hectically. Like, I mean, we had a 10-minute brief to try to get the car out of, being bogged, but whatever. Anyways, they rocked up and just started shooting. I mean, more cars were.
See that bit about the car being bogged? That was something that stumped my daughter and I. Why does he say he had 10 minutes to get the car unbogged? Why is there a time limit on that?
Were just coming, like, what the it was just running through the bush, and then, like, I tried my best, she just told me, but I was still stuck, still try to keep an eye on her, so I let her pass and whatnot, watch over and then pass and watch, from behind. I didn't even realise, like, I thought she was behind me at one stage and she passed me, so I lost, I thought I lost her, and I heard her scream. I ran towards the scream. I was like, gun, I'm coming for you, I was running as fast as I could, and then, but whilst trying to still stay, like, incognito, in which I did, like, I had these all around me, and I was just, like, too light on my feet, straight. Alice Springs initiated me, and I mean, like, I take.
See, Alice Springs initiated me, and he starts smiling about it. I was too light on my feet. There's just bits of this that screams truth, the way he's saying it, and bits that are not fluent, that in my opinion does not ring true at all. Is he embellishing his story too? Yeah, that's what I reckon, Zelda. But he's big noting himself at the same time. How do you do that while your girlfriend's still missing? The person you're supposed to love and care about so much.
Take that with pride, It's how we grew up, like, it's just in our blood. Not to say that we're bad people, because I'm not a bad person. Like, I mean, I get looked at like a badass, but it just comes with the territory, I suppose, you know, and that's my, like, point of it. But being in a situation like this, I don't know nobody who has.
And there's the other thing. Oh, look bad. Yeah, that's the way we were brought up. It's all about him and big noting himself.
It's got me just, yeah. I'm ready to go back and represent my sovereign rights, because I feel like something is not right, like, within what's happening. You know, like, the last thing I heard my missus say, like when she screamed that second time, I was still running. I started running again faster, and I whistled out, and then they stopped.
He does, Wisdom, very much so. Like he's a leader or a member. And how bizarre, he says, the last thing I heard my missus say, and then says she screamed. He's worded so wrong when you say the last thing I heard was my girlfriend say, my girlfriend scream, not the last thing because I think he slipped up there. I do believe he heard his girlfriend scream, in my opinion. However, I believe she said something.
When I got to that spot, I sussed it out. They're gone. You know, so here we go. Slowly manoeuvred my way through, and then I heard it one more time, and she said, "Get the away from me!" Screamed it out, and by that time I was like near the closest small.
And there's my biggest red flag. He's running to get her, and she tells him to F off. Why would she do that? If he's the only protection she's got, why would she, out of everybody, tell him to F off? That is my biggest red flag in all of this. Yeah, but he runs up the hill. This is the other red flag too. He runs up the hill, as he'll go on to say this. He said that he heard her scream, and he runs up the hill, right? And he starts looking for her, and he's standing on the hill, and he says he can see them sneaking around, but he can't see her. Well, if you can see them, they would see you and other ones with the gun. Did you just stand on the hill going, "Here I am," and they just let you walk? It's all rather odd, and I stopped sharing that, didn't I? Let's try this again. Sorry, I didn't mean to stop sharing that. I flicked the wrong one. So many red flags in this. And I'm sorry, I pick them out as we're going along. So please forgive me.
Hill going up, I just scummed up that hill, and I had a perfect view of my surroundings, but just, I don't know. Still couldn't spot her, you know, and I could spot these blokes, like, all sneaking around, but yeah, perfect view of my surroundings, but through, and then I heard it one more time, and she said, "Get the away from me!" Screamed it out, and by that time I was like near the closest smallest hill going up. I just scummed it up that hill, and I had a perfect view of my surroundings, but just, I don't know. Still couldn't spot her, you know, and I could spot these blokes, like, all sneaking around, but yeah, like, anyways, that's just a quick brief. Yeah, I got back, and like, I mean, you try I've been in a situation like that, and then, like, I don't know, it's too close for home, you know? It's on the Tanami. It's my home. And, yeah, I'm just recording this for my own legal purposes, as who I am, you know? Jake Peters, you know? I'm a sovereign man. You know, I don't come under the Commonwealth, and I stated that, and he knew that, you know? For my own legal purposes, as who I am, you know? Jake Peters, you know? I'm a sovereign man. You know, I don't come under the Commonwealth, and I stated that, and he knew that, you know? Anyways, I'm about to go back, and I'm going to...
Who's the he's referring to? That's what I'd like to know. At that point, who is the he that he is referring to? Because that I'm at a loss whether he's talking about a copper there. And if he was talking about a copper, he's the type like to say, and I told the copper that, or I told the cops that. It's just bizarre at that point.
give them hell, like, if they try to give me any, because they're not even acting upon this as they should. You know, I don't even think they give a you know, what am I? Just another half cast, quarter cast at that. See how we go.
Thank you. I did it again. I 100% agree with you there, Jody. That's what I thought too. It's, to me, it's like the way I see it, what he's saying and how he's saying it. It's either were you being initiated or was you initiating somebody? Wouldn't they hunt him down too because he couldn't? Well, yeah, of course, that's what I thought too, Zelda. Wouldn't you be running for your life? And what reason would they be shooting at them? She didn't live there. Only he did. So he would only be the person that they were after. It wouldn't be her. That's the other problem with his story is because for somebody to be chasing after them and running them off the road, the beef would be with him, and that would be who they were after. As she didn't live there, she lived at Alice Springs, which is 1,000 kilometres away. So even if they got her, am I muted? Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me now, Wisdom? Can you see me? Can you? Now I'm calling you sheep. I apologise. Hello? Hello? You can hear me now? Oh, I'm sorry. Very sorry. Okay. Sorry about that. So, yeah, if they were running them off the road, one, I believe, well, they were in her car. Two, she didn't live there. So the problem would be, or whoever it was would be after him, not her. They wouldn't let him walk off even after getting her. They would still be after him. However, in saying that, he's no longer there either. But he was still there after this, clearly, because he was doing his TikToks from there. So if you've been chased down by somebody, common sense would tell you they're after me, so now I'm going to do videos and put them up on the internet so they can know where I am. Too many red flags and all that. Thank you, Wisdom. My problem is I mute my mic and then mute it on the screen, and it doesn't unmute if I only click on one. I've got to stop doing that. I've got to oil myself and get this right. I'll get there eventually. Sorry. I think we also have a delay too. But yeah, I think he knew who it was. And I would like to know if he was being initiated or was he initiating somebody. Yeah, it was her car that was found on the side of the road. I want to see if I can find that actually, a photo of her car for you. That's right, Zelda. That's exactly right. How would they know? But that's my problem too, is that if she didn't live there, yeah, if she didn't live there, sorry, I was concentrating. I do apologise. If she did not live there and he did, and she lives over 1,000 kilometres away, then how or why would they be after her? The problem would have to be with him. So you're right. How would they know her car unless he's been down there and visited him before, which would be obvious. But even if they did know her car, why would they stop going after him because they got her? Wouldn't they still be after him? And I don't think they would have stopped knowing that he was in that bush somewhere. They wouldn't have just gone, you know what, we can't find her. Although it's a big area, there's not, as you can see, you'd find them pretty easy. Especially considering he was standing on the hill and he could see them, apparently, but they couldn't see him. So I think they are. I know they collected stuff. They did a search. They won't say where they searched or who's. I'm pretty sure it was his parents' place actually that they searched, but they won't. They haven't said what they found, but they did take stuff. The trouble is trying to, I suppose, prove that something has happened to her. And I think he's got to be well known up there, to be quite honest. Just a thought. I don't think he's been a polite boy all his life, to be quite honest. But that whole watching that video last night with my daughter, the first time that I saw that and the way he was explaining things, none of it made sense other than, like I said, when people are truthful, they're very fluent. They won't taper off. They will say things clearly. When it's not truthful, they will taper off and put in filler words or do things to fill that void, which is what he does. But then he goes on about himself. Just, I was too light on my feet. They tried to initiate me. The initiation bit was so clear and said without thought, which makes me think, did they initiate you or were you initiating somebody else? The same as Angie screaming. I believe, in my opinion, he did hear her scream. And I believe she did tell him to F off. But I don't believe it was in the situation he's claiming it was, in my opinion. If a woman's got her life back together and she's working for a drug and alcohol place, you're not going to continue to have a relationship with somebody that has issues with that or that dabbled in that stuff or might possibly sell that stuff, in my opinion. So I just wonder if she was stopping in there to say goodbye to him. And the other thing I've read too, and I wonder if I can show you that, there is a Facebook page for Angie. And it's a lot of people do not trust the girlfriend that drove down with her too. Just to let you know. Sorry. I'll find the Facebook page for you. There's something about the girlfriend. Sorry guys, bear with me for a sec. I apologise. Probably should have had this up too. This helps, Lisa, when you get on the right track. Sorry, guys. I'm not ignoring you. I apologise. Things I should have had ready for you. I do apologise. I will get it together by the next one. You're fine, Zelda. Okay, so yeah, there's something about the lady friend that drove down there with her that people don't trust. The friend's name is Lauren by the looks of it. Yeah, it is. Okay, I shall share this with you. And we shall look at this. And I promise next time I do a live, I'll have it all together for you. All right. So this apparently, as it says, this is a repost. Lorraine posted this timeline early on and then later deleted it and all her posts before leaving the group, which is the lady that went down there with Angie. I was with Angie from the drive, Darwin to Alice Springs. I left her at the corner of Tanami Road and the Stuart HWY at 5:53. I was in contact with as she drove to Jake's, and last time I spoke to her was approximately 7:30. As of 8:48, she was not replying to any messages. This was at Devil's Marbles on Drive to Alice, which would have to be January the 9th. There is a part here where they have a recording of them talking. Oh, this is it here. Apparently, this is him, Jake, the boyfriend, and the girlfriend.
Yeah, you're
talking.
right.
Not really green tan, you're bright green, you know? It's not dark, but it's not bright.
It's not dark, yeah.
Yeah, that's your phone.
Anyway, fucking, his cunts come up our ass. It was like, fucking, alright. Like, you know, babe, just keep hammering it, you know, and get to a certain point where we can make some distance from these cunts. And we'll hit the fucking dirt road so we can hammer it back this way. Because that dirt road will come all the way. And, fucking hit it. Cruise along and this comes right across and I grab this like a rape racket or a ratchet or a fucking wrench thing or whatever. You know, thing that, you know, I'm hanging out the window fucking about to hit this cunt, you know, throw it at it. And of course, yeah, they backed off a little bit. And I was like, alright, fuck. So they kept coming up and they're going in and out playing games, huh? Coming up. And I was like, fuck, here we go. Wait there, you know, just wait for the perfect moment. Wait for the perfect moment. I'll tell you when, and just swerve a little bit to the right and just fucking hit the brakes, like slam them. Anyways, I was hanging out, waiting, trying to keep that distance. And it's like, alright, it's a perfect time, and I turned back, hit the fucking brakes, you know, and she didn't hit him properly. She didn't slam him. You know? And this cunt fucking like, connected to us and just fucking made us go spinning, swerved us. I mean, you know, took us fucking, that was it. And we spinning. Then we hit the bush and we fucking hit a tree.
Yeah.
Hit the tree and fucking, the car stopped and shit. And, I jumped out. Fucking was trying to fucking push it out. And she fucking hit the fucking accelerator and buried straight in.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fuck, get out now. You know, you jumped around and trying to pull it. I was trying to pull it, I ran in the front, trying to push it. And it's like, no, it won't work.
So is he trying to say the car got bogged by these people? Think about this. These people are running him off the road. They've run him off the road or ran her off the road. They've bogged them, spun them around according to him, and they're bogged. But now he's trying to tell you he's got time to get out there and try to dig the car out. What are the people doing in the meantime?
I'm going to go. Yeah. I'm going to go, trust me. And, you know, fair enough, we see that car coming back. I was like, oh, here we go. Fuck, babe, go. You know, we ran in the bush. And she stopped and she said, fuck, I've got to lock the car. I said, fuck off. Keep going. Right? And she said, I'm not moving to lock the car. I'm passing my keys. So I ran along, come up to the fence line and hit it in the button and it's fucking locked. You know, like they were right there. So I fucking, we can fucking it off. I was like, yeah, can we run it? You know, started running. Fuck. There. Started like, well, when they pulled up, like, whoever it was in the car started swearing, you know? I was like, soon out of nowhere, we just heard a gunshot. I was like, fuck, now we've got to go. I was just start running, and fucking, a few more gunshots. And then she couldn't handle the ground. You know? She couldn't handle the ground, like we were both barefoot.
Yeah.
And from there, she yelled out like, fuck. I was like, okay, what? And Prickle went on. I was like, hey, man, be quiet, you know. Brush Prickle off or whatever. Quiet, and then bang, the bullet just went whizzing past us. I was like, fuck, you know. We both took off, kept running. And then, you know, a couple more stops or whatever, and fucking out of nowhere, she just like stopped. So I can't do this anymore. I can't do it. Oh, you know, just fuck off. I was like, what the fuck? I'm going back. I'm not fucking going back to the car. Yeah, jump on my back. Yeah, look, I'll fucking carry you. Like from there, like, it's like thing of like, oh.
So different the story in this one, isn't it? So many elements added to it, and you're right. Where's the aliens? Oh yeah, Zelda, that's what I say too. In my opinion, he's like, I reckon he knew this was being recorded too, I might add. I don't reckon this was set up as he didn't know he was being recorded. And in my opinion, he just sounds like he's adding more stuff onto this to make it sound even better.
You know, it's just not a good situation. It's life and death. And I told straight to it. You gotta keep going. And fucking, so another gunshot went off and we just kept going, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It was like tick tap then, you know? It was like, fuck.
Oh, and my other problem is you've had mobile phones. Why did nobody call the police? Call for help? Nothing?
You know, keep up. I'll watch it. So I'm like, I'd make distance and I'd watch it, and she'd pass. And I was just watching out, you know, I'd make this like thing and pass her, and they were like, you know, it's like that now. And then at some stage there, like she I thought she was still behind me. And I stayed there, I was watching. And I could see like cunts just walking around and just walking past me and shit. I was like, fuck, here we go, you know. So I kept going and sneaking past them, and then stopping and looking, and then kept going, and then out of nowhere, I heard a scream. You know, fuck this! So I started going towards that, where that scream came from. And then I heard it again, the bloke's voice yelling. Going, and I twisted out, and then it stopped. It stopped. You know, fuck. Kept going towards it. And like, coming up, like, I see like this car. Like, fuck. Stuck around it, and look around, and couldn't see nobody. Nobody at all, you know. Fuck. I just kept going, stopping too, trying to fucking like was sus. And I was coming up to the hill there, silly. And then I heard that scream on the phone. I heard it yell out. I said, "Get the fuck away from me!" I was like, "What the fuck?" So I done it up that hill, and I kind of got sussing all out, And I was like, "No, I couldn't see it. Couldn't see nobody. I see people like walking around in different areas. I couldn't see because that was right there. It sounded like it was right there." And then fuck, I kept going because motherfuckers were just coming. Just kept going, stopping and waiting, and fuck. That was it. I made it all the way back here.
How many people do you reckon were in the car?
There's 3 carloads.
The 3 carloads.
There's 3 carloads. So when I hit the hill, I looked down, it was like, fuck. More cars just up and down, pulling up. All that shit.
And pretty much wrong place, wrong time.
No, so if it's a car that rear-ended Jake in town.
No way. Wisdom, no way. I got the same problem. Why say 3? Why not say 23 cards? Like, right from the start of this, it's like you got time to get out and dig the car out. What are you trying to say? You had time to stop and have a picnic and everything else too? What were they all doing? 3 card loads? They were just watching you dig out the car and said, "We'll wait. Take your time, it's all good." Or did they possibly get out and help him dig out the car, in my opinion? So if this is what really happened, why that first initial recording you did, none of this was in it, other than her screaming. But all this extra bit of running off the road and hitting a tree and getting bogged and getting out to dig it out, and 3 carloads. I've only heard of 2 carloads. It's actually the first time I've heard of 3. And funny, the police have only put out for 2 cars. He is, Zelda, very poor liar, in my opinion. Great exaggerator, but very poor liar.
And they were just sitting down the road and they were waiting for him. Or looking at you. No? Isn't that what you said? Rear-ended in town once?
It was, and you picked that right up my arse. At that stop sign there on that road and Bojangles and Casmunda.
Yeah.
And I come out, so it's coming up my arse. I come out and I was looking at him, just slowing down, just looking at me. Just kept going.
And you got no clue who it was. You saw him, like none. Everyone. Sorry.
If there were that many carloads, there was always.
There's one person that knows who the fuck owns that car. That person gave me fucking when I asked. Ask somebody to ask it. Ask that person. Fucking turn around and fucking said, "Oh, no, I don't do nothing. I don't nothing to do no drug game, this and that." I said, "What the fuck?" Saying about drug game.
Yeah. So this happened Monday night, you went?
Yeah, Tuesday. They're going on Tuesday morning.
Yeah. And we come back here. Angie was gone. And what? When did you ring the police? Or go looking for her or what?
I went to contact my cousin who's a copper. Right? And I waited fucking long. So like now going into the next day, I was waiting, because up on the hill I could see all the coppers and shit, you know, going up and down and fucking, it wasn't many, but like, you know, it was a few. I was like, fuck. Well, I sat there, I sat over it, I was looking out towards, you know, that hillside, I was thinking, fuck, you know, it's got to be coming, you know. It's got to be coming, or, you know, start thinking, oh wait, she might have got locked up. You know what I mean? Or cops might have got her, you know.
But didn't you think that the people in the cars got it? Like you said, you
Of
didn't.
course I fucking do.
So, yeah. So what do you mean? You thought the coppers?
Oh, no, I'm telling you, like, through their moments now.
Yeah.
You know, of course I fucking do.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I really need to understand it because it's so fucking hard. Like,
It's
you know,
confusing, eh?
and it's confusing, yeah. So it's just, you know, so we're never going to know what happens, and we want to know what happens.
So,
like, as much
can
as
I
we
ask a question? And I'm not trying to be rude. Why would you leave her?
Why would I leave it?
Yeah.
I didn't leave it. I kept an eye. Making sure she came.
She never came.
No, she parked.
Yeah.
And then I parked her again. She parked. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I thought that I was keeping an eye, and I thought that she fucking was still coming. And then she had passed me, and I didn't even see her.
Yeah. When you heard her say leave me the fuck alone to people, whoever it was, like,
Get the fuck away from
get
me.
the fuck away from me. I'm just trying to understand, like they've got guns and you know how serious it was, and you come back here.
I think fucking get the tactical response out.
Yeah,
here.
what happened in between that time of like, you know, like maybe you were scared of everyone or anything, or what was going on or whatever, but you know, if you think something's happened to
You know what
her,
I mean?
I just don't get that
might rock around.
just the bit that gets me, Jake. I can't.
We
So
know
I'll come
people
back.
do.
I know. So,
So
yeah.
you're talking about when I come back.
Yeah, like,
When I come back, I was in a fucking like a state of like,
Shock.
what the fuck?
mm,
You know, I don't know anybody who's had that happen to them.
Mm.
You know, so I can't fucking ask, say, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
especially if it's over nothing, if it's just happened.
I'm
like,
fucking like, I'm trying to process it.
Yeah.
At the same time processing all this. I'm thinking, well, you know, and I'm still thinking like, well, that car's there, and did they get the reg out? If they've got the reg out or whatever, they've already recorded it, like they're going to come up my fucking road soon. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Hang on. Which road, Jake? Your car?
hers.
Hers. But her car was left by the tree, wasn't it?
Her car's not even red
Her
over
car's-
here, was it?
Wasn't it? Didn't you say like you couldn't get it out of the fucking? You couldn't get it out because it was bogged, so you couldn't get it out, and you had to leave the car. And she wanted to leave the car there because she wanted to lock it. Remember you said that.
Yeah.
So why would they come up here?
Because I was trying to connect it. I was thinking, all right, well, if they see that car there, they're going to fucking search up whose it is.
Look at that. She stopped to lock the car. Are you kidding me now? In amongst being chased, run off the road and being shot at, she stopped to lock the car.
You know, because it was reported as rammed off the road,
Mhm.
right?
Don't
Well,
get
I didn't think that.
young.
I didn't know, like, you know, I found out it was reported as rammed. Yeah, but I was thinking, well, it doesn't matter. Like, you know, they're going to go pull over, fucking take your radio, fucking, you know what I mean? Like, all right, oh, connect the dots. All right, well, Angie Fuller, right? Partnered with, like, they bring up fucking correction, they're going to tell them straight out, like, you partnered with Jake Peters. Oh, Jake Peters, and he's right there.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
At that time, that's how I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the coppers. I was thinking, oh, like, you know, wait for her, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was thinking, fuck, man. Like this. So I ended up fucking going up there like, later on. And when I went up there, I was seeing some fucking very strange shit. They found some fucking strange shit. You know what I mean? And so anyways, I seen this car. It was one of the 3 cars now that was fucking going up and down the road. It was one of the 3. I seen it sitting there in the darkness, lights off. This Navara, silver this Navara, the fucking utility vehicle. What do you call it? Cab, whatever. And I was past it. I was like, what the fuck? And I seen a revision, he turned his lights on and forgot. Oh, shit, so I went to go fucking book it, and I'm not fucking wrong. I'm fucking sitting there, like, fuck. It's the worst fucking fuck. Because when I want to go, let's see how far I went.
Let's talk about so, and please don't get upset with me for asking questions. You know we love Angie. You know this is so important to us. How did you get
Remember
pulled in your
Mel's
car?
She
Hey,
likes things.
I can't. Yeah, I need.
You're not listening.
I am listening.
No, you got to sit
That's what I
down.
mean. So
How did I get bogged in my car?
Yeah.
How did I get bogged in my car?
Because you went
I
out.
just fucking told you.
Because he tried to hook it around to fucking
Fucking listen.
I'm
Yeah.
listening. Don't get crazy with me, okay? I'm trying, Jake. Okay, I'm really stressed about her. Like,
You think you're fucking stressed?
I bet you are too. But please just be patient with me for asking questions because I'm not getting it. Okay, I just want to know.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be able to fucking feel anything. I don't know until I have something. You know, like.
And I'm trying to tell you.
And I know. I'm sorry.
Stop me,
Please be patient.
Like, yeah.
So is that where they're actually looking for, where the car hit the tree?
But the car hit the tree, and even when I fucking went down there before the search even started, you know, I went down there like an hour before the search started. I was thinking these are fucking thing, but I stopped. I was like, this is the last. I was going towards the last place that I heard it, you know, where I heard it. Right? I'm fucking late. I was running on low fuel. So I fucking pulled up there. I swear, like, I could feel like, you know, like somebody still feels like they're here, you know. I feel like I'm still getting watched or whatever, you know. And I was like, oh, fuck. So what I did, I fucking turned around. I didn't turn around. I was in the actual fucking vicinity, not fucking the face. And I was like, all right. Rang mum there, like, yeah, bring
So
me some
you
fuel.
thought it was like bait. You thought they like you go back for it or see if she was around.
I already
And
did
I was
that.
sitting there waiting for you like that, something.
Oh no, I'm talking about when fucking what you call it, before the search started. Alright, we'll go back to that. Right, when I turned around, I seen that car sitting there, and I got bogged. Right, jumped out. That's the thing, like, it didn't look fucking good from what I fucking found. You know? And I'm not even lying here. This is what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
when I got bogged, I heard another scream.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, because what you're saying, you found a plastic bag
I
with
found a fucking, no, not a plastic bag. I found a fucking piece of paper with like, yeah, like a bag, but like it was like perfectly like ripped in a position where like it looked like the shape of a head.
like something to suffocate someone.
Like, yeah.
You know? And
Or put it over their head so they don't know where they're going or where they are.
because when I was walking around, I was looking at that car, you know, it took off and it come back and he was just sitting there watching me. And my dad was on the way there. He was bringing the fuel.
Maybe that's what they were doing out there anyway, you know what I mean?
So like, on my, and I see Dad, he nearly makes it. I see the lights. And that car fucking just turned around, fucking just like lights on, you know, event that was lights on, fucking went up the road following Dad. Because Dad turned around and he didn't know I was that far up. I told him I got 20.
Bingo. He called his dad. So they had a phone. You mean to say this whole time this event was taking place, he made no 000 call to the police at all? Waits until the whole event's nearly over and calls his dad to bring fuel, I might add, too. But this car's sitting there watching him. There is something wrong about this whole story. His story. As I said, I knew they had phones, so why would you not make a report, call the police? And this is, I'll share this with you too. I'm going to be doing more on this story. and we'll continue with the recording. Now, as you can see, I'll take myself off the screen so it's bigger for you. See Angie's car here? The brown, where it says Angie's car, of course. That car does not look like it's hit a tree and been bogged and everything else. And as you can see, it's sitting on the road. And these two cars here are the two other cars that were in the area that the police are looking for. Yet he talks about 3 cars. In my opinion, none of it adds up. Let me bring you back over here. But that car looks too clean for a start to everything that he's claiming happened. That car looks in good condition. Even my car looks dirtier than that, just sitting outside. So flying through all that red dirt and all the rest of it. And if you know that the red dirt I'm talking about sticks to everything. So that car went and got bogged and hit a tree and spun around, and it would not look like that. And as you can see, it's sitting on the road. So obviously he had time to unbog it too. This story sadly does not add up. None of what he says adds up, unfortunately. I truly hope she can be found and brought home to her parents and to her children. I will continue on with this, and we'll listen to the rest of the recording and his other videos and go back right over it and what they know so far. And I'll have it all ready this time. I'll be a little more organised this time. I thought I was, and I do apologise. I thought I had it all there. I am sincerely sorry. A bit rusty, I need oiling. But yes, we will go over this more and listen to the rest of the recordings and have a deep dive and more discussion about it. I think it is definitely a story that needs to be out there, especially here. And I want to get it out for Angie's sake, her parents and her children's. He is wisdom, very much so. He embellishes. Like, as you know, when something happens and the first time you talk about it, you're going to put more details in the first time you talk about it and the important details opposed to further on down the track. And to me, there were leading questions in that recording. I mean, if I wasn't there and I was asking somebody about what took place, I would not be giving them leading questions. Even if I knew the story they told me, I would just ask them to tell me again. And I would wait until they finished and say to them, but you said this happened. But like I said, I would like to continue this more and go into it further and listen to the rest of that recording with everybody. Unfortunately, I have to stop for now. due to promises. No, I got things to do, and I do apologise. But probably not tomorrow. Probably no. Wait. So my Sunday, your Saturday, probably will go over it because it is Thursday today. Tuesday. No, Thursday, Lisa, the 18th of January. I'm doing so well, people. And it is now, as you can see, the time behind me, 3:10. Thank you all very much for being here. I do apologise once again for being not so well organised. I sincerely thank all of you for being here and for your support once again. You're all beautiful. Remember to tell yourselves that every day. Please take the time out to love yourselves every day, to say something nice about yourself. Take 1 minute a day just for you. Please. Go for a walk, have a coffee. Take time out for you. Remember, you are beautiful. Beauty is not what you look like. Beauty is who you are. Remember that. Be kind to others. And thank you once again for all being here. I appreciate it so much. You have no idea just how much I appreciate this being here with me and chatting to you all. I'm slowly going to work this up, this channel up more and more. I will get there. But thank you guys for all your support, your love. I love you all sincerely. And I consider you all very close friends. So I will see you my Sunday, your Saturday. Love you all. Bye.